Hello, monkey. Oh boy, my fan is blowing to the microphone. Let me change that real quick. It should be fine now, right? Hello. Hello, Phil. Alright. Another week. Last time we programmed so much that an ability round was fired. Now, in order for this thing to wrap up so we can start another round, we need to look into the other phases. So let's go here. No, not here. Why are we in battle system and not battle? There we go. So, second Orbling abilities, ability animation, and from here we get to the resolve phase. Now the thing is, the resolve phase right now could do things, but we would not be able to see because we don't have a UI. So I guess I'll just implement the necessary stuff and then try to ready up another round, I think. Ugh. For this, I could, or I should, look at my old controller. Resolve face HP, MP, status effects. Resolve formation. Now what is that? Resolve formation here. Ah! This is here so the next wave can start. Interesting. This is not important anymore. So these three are important. this one we can implement at some other point when we add a standard fight. It should be there. recover in the front row too? So much. Ah, it's the class. Hello, Gargon. That's not how you write Muad'Dib. Shaking my head. And hello! How are you doing? I don't understand. How's the recovery rate here? Maybe the same as here. Like the normal recovery rate is 0.2, but the class one could be higher. So if my Orpling is in the background, it could heal slower. Surviving. Well, I mean, how to say? We made it through the worst part now. Next week will be cooler. Now the question is if we will get another heat wave. You're not? Oh well. I just need a fan and then I'm good. Where did I say that I need more fans? I said I need a fan and it's good, and now you're saying, are we not enough? Huh? Where's the logic? If I said no, it doesn't make sense. Like it just makes no sense logically. Today you're very bold. Is your face okay? Can it handle to be ripped off today? I see. So now I guess this is 0.02 and this is also 0.02 soft damage recovery rate, but there's a 0.04. This is very, very concerning because right now my old system would say, hey, if you're in the background, then do the normal recovery rate, which is 0.2, but if you are water element, you also get 0.2, but if you're in the front row, you would heal for 0.4. 0.04, 0.02 versus 0.04. That makes no sense. Unless I'm adding it on top, that is. I am adding it on top. Never mind. Never mind. This is going through all our planes. Okay, never mind. This actually works. So all we need to do is the same kind of calculation here. MP, HP, and again HP. And then we should be fine. I just need to get the reference correct. So let's copy everything over, I guess. Summoner, resolve phase. Now we need to go through summoners. Be like water. Can you dodge though? Can you? Not in his feet. Okay. So I guess we just take the name from here. Not even from here. And then I go to the abstract. And add a function here. Maybe even put this into its own category. Resolve face. And then we go to the summoner. And overwrite that function. There we go. And here we just take everything we have here and then hope for the best. Alright, so MP, HP, perfect. Now we need background entities. We don't have that yet. How can I get background entities? The moment we change the formation, everything except these are background entities. So these are all offerings. How did we do it here? Just clearing them. That doesn't make sense. Where do I fill it? We have one here. There we add fly to. Oh boy. I mean, fly to is probably because it's not landing, so it's a funny hack. So do I really just do it from there? Oh, interesting. So this thing actually adds anything. This is an entity, not an R-plane. I think that should be fine. I think. Problem is, if I say background ARP-links, this is not general anymore. Do we need to be general? Probably not. go. Now we can go here and say for each. Interesting enough, we were casting it, so we needed the ARPling anyway. Ooh, this is so complicated. Get calculated stat. What's the difference between these? I see. So in this case, this is fine. So we have the HP, but we need MP. Okay, so then calculates this with the MP. Ceiling, which means if you have a fraction that turns into 1. This is important so we can actually get MP if we are in slow numbers, in small numbers. Internal stats. MPUs. And that minus whatever's in here. This is not important, I think, for now, but this will probably be important for the interface later. Set member. This isn't a copy, right? So why do we do a maximum of 0 and whatever is greater? Can this be ever minus? Can this value be ever minus? We have a maximum MP and we have a used MP. Okay, used MP is at top minus. Ah! Okay. Hold on. Okay, so if we have a maximum MP of 10 And used MP is 3. I need a more complicated thing because this is like a fraction. Okay, used MP is 4 and the healing would be 5. Which would be -1. Ah, okay, this just turns it into no used MP if we are in minus. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Okay. So that would cover the regaining of MP. So now the recovery of HP. Let's make a sequence here. Or no, let's not make a sequence, that's just one more logical unit. What the hell, man? Okay, so if we are in the backside, just need to do the same calculation. But now it's not MP. I actually received damage? No, it should be the soft damage. Yeah, we need the temporal. There we go. Break. Okay. Does this work already? I think so. which is this part. So all our planks. Abstract Battle Controller has on all ARP links. This is... Does this make sense? I mean, mainly the competitors will always be ARP links, so whatever. It's fine. Where was I though? Get stats. Do we have an equivalent? So there's a benefits table. Single magic attack. Why? Ah. Wait, what? Why does it need that table? Oh, it's because of the hard damage. Okay. Maybe this should be a function too. Get class benefits or something. Get class benefit of... Oh, Get class benefit of FE. Now we need this thing. This should do it. The only thing that stays. Alright, that would be the recovery for HP and MP. We can only recover HP that is soft damage. Hard damage does not get recovered by passively waiting. You can heal it slowly with healing magic. Maybe I will even add some magic for the air part to turn hard damage into soft damage. Could be a good combo. I guess. The recovery rate, is that a percentage? It is. So if you have a recovery rate of 0.04, that's 4% of HP. If you have 2, that's 2% of HP, which is 50 rounds to get full health. If it's soft damage. So maybe we have to play around with that a little bit. But considering that we could even have 6%, that's like 17 rounds if you're a water or air type and in the background. Soft damage recovery. I really need to think about how much HP needs to be healed when you're resting. Plus, if you have the benefit. Anyway, that's this. So we can now go and resolve HP here. It will be similar like this. Battle end, I don't care right now. We even need some kind of camera thing where numbers go up. Right. Resolve status effects. Let's look at this. For them, this was important. I'm not sure if it's important anymore. This is nice. Only looks at the front. Hey, Fifth Function! How's it going today? Good, I think. A little complicated, since I'm again adding another module. Yeah, I always wave my mouse. Hello, Leo. Let's think. Why is this important? I mean, it is important for standard encounter to only check the the front row, because checking the back row would be very inefficient. Maybe not that problematic, but it's just not clean. Overcomplicated. It depends, really. I think everyone can actually know if a project is overcomplicated or not. It really depends on your goal. And on what definition of overcomplication? Complicated as a project or complicated as a game mechanic? Yeah, that's a big pitfall. I have the same thing. What I can tell you is don't be afraid to make errors. The only thing that matters is that you can actually throw away code if you can. As in, okay, modular, but if it's entangled, if you have the skill to throw it away, that's also fine. The biggest problem in simplification is sometimes it just looks elegant and simple, but in the end you just make things very abstract and it is not readable anymore. So it's hard. If a thing needs more modules, then it might be a question of did it need it to be a module in the first place? Yeah, maybe. It really depends, right? Sometimes more modules is good, sometimes it just makes things more complicated. There's a thing that's called over-engineering. And as a project goes on, your what is it called? Your requirements also change. Sometimes, if you don't work on a waterfall system, that is. But when the requirements change, then functionality needs to change, and then sometimes modules don't work with each other that great anymore. So like I said, throwing away code is sometimes good. It really depends on how much time you can actually spend on it. Sometimes chaos is fine if it just works, and if you don't need to maintain it, whatever. Really depends on the goal. It's very complicated. You can't just not say one solution fits everything. Now let's see how I did the resolve before. Where's my resolve stuff here? Should not have any code. It has code. Decay or remove status effect is in the entity itself. Should it be in every plane? I guess it's fine. Add unique? Oh. It's whatever. That's also whatever. It is hard to explain what it is in detail without a wall of text, and then commences to make a wall of text. This is just removing the effects. This is just visual stuff. That's why it's on temporal, so we can clean it up. Could have been in here then too, right? Why even have it here? Oh, because maybe we have healing, etc. that happens. I think I need to do this as we go. This part is the important part, the rest is something to look at some other point. And this one I really don't know. Did I add this into my stuff? Temporal stats. Status to clear. I added without thinking. I'm not sure if we need it. I see. Have a good one, fifth function. I hopefully don't butcher your name, but Lochaya, I guess? Hello. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? Lokaya, okay. Or Lokeya? Lokia? Monkey is not sure. But welcome, welcome. How did you find my channel? Do I actually look? I am. An interest in UE recently. Why recently? These are blueprints, yes. My whole game is built in blueprints. This thing is bothering me. Oh, now I get it. If I removed it while in the loop, that would be kinda problematic. So having it in here is actually not that bad. I see. Can I just add it here? I would need to. I wonder. I don't think the same meaning of blueprint in that game is applicable to what Unreal is doing anyway. The idea of making a game of my own world looks nice. I see. I'm not a developer, just thought I'd get into it. I mean, anything can be started. It's just, how to say, consistently growing in that field is what makes your ideas being realized, right? Do we need to do anything else here? Also, where do we even apply poison, etc.? Need to think about these things. So we are adding. While we are in that loop. Does it make sense? No, because we're just overwriting it. are we doing here? We are just changing the rounds. Guess this is the problem, because this is just a copy, not a... Can I get it via reference? Or is this a reference? I don't know. Can I do this? No. What I want to do is actually this. Round. And then do this. Not only that though. This is... This is such a lucky thing that it works. It's very shaky. I think we need to do our own thing. Okay, let's think. So while I do that, in my logic this number is now changed and cannot be looked at like this anymore. Or can it? So we do a -1 here, and then another -1 would be minus. It doesn't matter in our case. But what do we do if this was a 1 and then -1 makes this a 0? Doesn't make sense, right? We could go with a local variable. Excuse me. Like so. And then we can say, okay, we can add you into this. Problem is, we are not actually adding. Oh, wait. We are adding. I see. Is this referenced? By reference, yes. So if I add, this is completely fine. So now we would have that status to clear. And then it would do that thing. And these are not important right now. Here's the remove. And then we can clear this. Okay. This should work. I feel like status effect should be objects, so they can then do their own code and impose it on the Orplings. With how I am going to implement it in this direction right now, all the status effects would be implemented in the Orplings themselves. I mean, it could be fine. I guess. I'm not convinced. How did we even do any status effect stuff here? Hey, if anyone is in chat right now, if you implemented an RPG which has a turn-based system. The unit can restore HP after a round. There is a status effect called Poison that reduces HP after a round. Now, do you first get HP then subtract poison? Or do you subtract do the poison and then add HP? Because the moment your HP reaches 0, you're dead. You cannot get healed. How would you do it? Yeah, it is hard. Depending on how you implement it, it nerfs the other part of the game. Like, either your recovery is stronger or poison is stronger. Maybe status effect should be always considered before resolving. Maybe that's another phase. Anything that needs to be in the end phase for status effect needs to happen before the resolve. What can happen though? We have poison, that's only at the end. We have sleep, that's permanent. Like there is no phase for that. Confused, there is no phase for that. I feel like the only status effect that needs a phase is poison, right? Or where else can you change values? Burning, maybe, if I had something like that. But on the other hand, I want status alignments to be strong because they only work in a rock, paper, scissors kind of way. I want the harassment formation be able to do damage and be effective, because the harassment formation can only do good status effects against the defense formation. So they will probably not be able to status affect the offensive formation, which is already, like, you know? You have this benefit table for that. The status bonuses and resistance bonuses. I might need to change it to make it more resistant even. Congratulations! I guess I can decide this at some other point. But I am tending to add the poison first and heal after. Because it is probably important for the harassment formation to be able to do something. Or else they are like useless. I mean, they are not useless just for this one thing, right? And I understand that with the chance stuff, but as someone that applied the poison, it's the opposite, no? I guess there's arguments for and against it. How did I implement the application, or how to say? How to apply status effects? Does ability hit? Should be where I need it. Now where's the apply? Handle hit effects. Does status effect get applied? Apply. No. So we are looking at the attack and defense stats plus the precision and speed. The attack and defense stat could be either strength or intelligence, and defense is defense or spirit. And then when we have all those four, how do we calculate? Just add it as a local, but then what? Ah, here. So the difference of those two, and then we add them, divide them by 2. And then we have a range here. That's fine, it's almost the same as my curve. And then the hit curve. So 0 chance to 1 chance. Just a curve. And then the resistance bonus on top. And then we see if it's getting applied. I see. So rather easy. Why did I want to check this again? Was there a big reason? Apply effects. Ah, the severity, that was the problem. That's what I wanted to look for. Severity, truncate. So, the reapplication. If the, yes, so if I have a poison medium and a poison heavy, what status effect gets carried? That's what I wanted to look. Because the severity, if the new application, or this is what we already have. So if we have poison true, we look at its severity and then look at the new severity. If the old one is greater, we take the severity of the old one, else we take the new one. And then we just add rounds, I assume. How are we adding rounds? Round remaining. Yeah, we just overwrite the round remaining with the new one. I see. Yeah, that's fine. But it's for later. Okay, so this should work now. For now at least. If we go here, we should do that. Resolve formation is for later. Resolve KO counter is not needed. End round cycle. What is this? Trigger battle end animation. Battle ends. What's going on here? This is so bad. So if it's false, how are we here? Battle end condition. This is false, then we are here false. This is so bad. Reset and calculate round values at round end. What are the round values? Ah, okay. I see. Round counter is important. And then registering. Set input lock. And that's how we restart everything. Okay, so the important part is after this. Everything here is important. So we need another phase called end phase to then get triggered there. Now the question is, how did I calculate the least strength and why? Uh-oh. I don't care about this. Oops. Fuck. Oh, this is bad. Okay, we have to refactor this. God damn it. They use it everywhere. Okay, maybe I use these less. Okay, we transfer these into this.
Let's not copy like that.
You're not using this?
We are.
Wait, we are not even using this. Where else? Oh, here. Oh fuck, this is even wrong. Good that we are refactoring. Well, have fun solving them. Go. Good afternoon. For me, it's evening. What am I working on? I'm reworking my battle system. How are you today? Okay. So now we can check. For you maybe, Phil. Hey Carva. Only 1241. Holy. Wait. It's 9. That's... So... Is it even further than West America? Huh. I mean, you can check the delay by looking at the chat messages. I can't tell you. So... do we have a current state? We do. So we might want to add a round ready in here. But that should be in the end phase. And the end phase is for putting everything in place again. Washington State, ah, okay. I guess then our... I thought it's only 8 hours, but... yeah, makes sense. Are you a dev too? Trigger. And we could just copy this for now and then see what we can rework. Confirm. This battle end animation is for some other time. Reset and calculate round values at round end. Now what is that? Omit rounds. I don't have that even. Ah, I see. So I guess you looked at the category and then you saw a monkey and then you were like, huh, what is he doing? But yeah, hi, I'm Monkey. Hello. Kara, go to the corner, face the corner, and think about your actions. Calculate flea strength. Can I just do that? This is getting calculated with this. Ah, now I remember what I wanted to do. I wanted to replace something. That doesn't work because this needs an FE. Yeah, but you need to face the corner, not your screens. It's so warm. Okay, whoops. That's funny. Okay. Register. Can I just register here? Okay. So all we need is this then. Okay, so with this we should be able to restart a battle after it's over. But now we have to see if there are any bugs or not. Yeah, my apartment is right now 35 degrees. Yeah, it will be colder tomorrow, but also thunderstorms, so I'm a little, how to say, I'd rather have a heat than getting struck by a lightning. If you get my drift. In the end, I have to go out. 20 degrees, holy shit. Okay, let's see how many bugs we have now in our code. Yeah, you can be saved, whatever. So, here is my little battle. And I press enter. They do their attacks. And the round is now done. If I press enter again, it should attack again, but oh my god, it works. And the input is locked right now, which is exactly what I want. So now they are lacking MP to actually attack. Guys, we have finally reached the loop. I can just start battles after or rounds after rounds. It just works now. Whew. And it seems like there are no bugs that are blocking the process to happen. I'm not sure if I really did put more effort than Game Freak. In the end, Game Freak is putting a lot of energy into the design of the Pokemon. I'm not sure if they are putting a lot into the mechanics, but the mechanics need to stay the same as the other games, so there's not much to change there, I guess. The problem is maybe the animations, the environment, and maybe sound even. But other than that, I think Pokemon just stays Pokemon, right? Just with more Pokemon. But yeah, hey, now they have like a... what is it called? Hey, Unreal crashed, hello, I like your name. I feel that. They have a competitor now with Pal World, so that's maybe good. So yeah, but I'm glad that this works now. I wonder what I will do next. The loop is there, but it's just bare bones. There are so many things missing. Like, this is only magic attacks, but what do I do with physical attacks? They need to jump over. Yeah, Carva on that front, I cannot say much. I never played Pokemon games anyway, so I just feel like there's no way that they cannot put effort in it, but it's just maybe my wishful monkey thinking, you know. Didn't it drop already? Always slow. Well, I didn't say it. I said hello. Monkey said hello. Alright, so our rework is getting closer and closer. So for people that are new right now, my game is in prototype. I already had a battle system that worked, but right now I'm reworking everything. We could go and look at the game as it is. There's a lot in there. Where's my input router? Here. I just need to switch this real quick because this goes into the old and new inputs. But my game right now looks like this. There is also an intro sequence, which I right now skip because it's saved that way. But this is Mira. We control Mira. And she's in this crater with a crystal, and there are some buildings there. And we can go into this temple. Everything is to do, etc. Just dummy stuff. Can look down here. Can jump down here. And then we can interact with this box here to get to our world map. And there are these floating islands. And then we are on one of these floating islands, and if we look down there, we can actually see that we came from here, and up there are more islands. There's also a sun here, and there are openings. Now I'm not sure if my fights still work, because I am reworking everything. But I think a little bit works, like this thing is wrong, that should be actually just this ball, etc. So I'm currently reworking everything. But you can here change your formations and get different abilities depending on what you trained your Orplings with. And here is like a fire Orpling that can do offensive magic, like ours, but he will be faster. So we can change to crystal instead to make a little shield in front of us. And he is good against magic attacks. And the idea is now to make a perfect formation that synergizes with each other, like healing formations, etc. I did not model hair. The concept is, how to say, I started with a model here. This is what I made. Can I? Here. This is my character. And then I was like, no, we cannot have this. This looks extremely bad. So I hired someone to, or commissioned someone to make a new one. And they made a new model for me with bones, etc. So I took it and animated it in my little thing here in control rig. So I made this rig and then animated it myself. So the animations look very bad, that's why. But the mesh itself was made by Pekokun. You can find them in X. How much was the commission? I don't remember exactly. I think without tip it was 300 euros. As far as I remember. So yeah, we will see how that goes. Because I will need more characters. But characters are very, very expensive. But Pekokun did other commissions for me too, if I can find them. Like here maybe. No, not here. Here. There will be this character, but I'm not sure which one is the latest. There are so many. Is this the oldest? No, this is still the concepting part. I think it was this one. So this is a concept of a fairy companion that will be in game, but I'm not sure when I will add her. But yeah, Pekokun is mainly a 2D artist. But since I didn't find anyone for 3D, they offered me to try 3D out, and it turned out well, so. But yeah, so, the goal of today we reached. We actually have to loop. Now, I'm not sure what to do next. There's a lot to do. Before I end, let's maybe get a feeling of what is needed. The evolution phase itself is not here, items are not here. We need a UI even, that will be fun. The targeting is not completely implemented. Maybe cameras. Maybe this time for cameras. Either cameras or we have to implement the evolution. I will have to see. But I think for today I am done. So, everyone, let's see. Who's still here? Phil. Fifth function. T. Carva. And maybe Unreal crashed again, but I don't see them in chat anymore. Thanks for tuning in. Everyone, thanks for watching. All the lurkers, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the support, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, monkey.